Strap doesn't need to be a yoga strap, could just be a belt or a dressing gown tie, anything that you can use just to stretch out through the legs at the end of our practice. So welcome, come onto your mat and let's get started. We're going to start in extended child's pose. So slowly start to draw yourself into a wide leg child's pose. Draw the feet together, knees nice and wide, bring the arms out in front of you and relax the head down towards the floor. Maybe just taking a moment just to work into the hips, into the lower back. Just take a few side to side movements and stretch the arms out, bring the head down to the floor. Just come to arrive in your space, drawing your hips back towards your heels. Drawing the chest down towards the floor, feeling that stretch into the upper back. Nice deep breaths in and deep breaths out. Now if your hips aren't comfortable being back towards the heels, you might want to place a blanket or a bolster between the hips and the heels, or maybe a cushion. So just take a moment and find that place where you feel most comfortable. Looking for that stretch in the inner thighs, but into the outer hips and the lower spine. Just arriving in your space. Just continuing with those deep breaths in and those breaths out. Let's take 2 more deep breaths. One more deep breath in and a breath out. Just allow your breath to return to normal. Maybe just take a quick scan of your body from the tips of the toes all the way to the crown of the head, and just notice how you're feeling today. Just take note of anything you might need to be careful of or be mindful of during our practice. We're slowly going to draw ourselves up to find a tabletop position. So slowly bring yourself up, spread into the fingers, keeping the knees about hip distance apart. Draw the shoulder blades together and draw up through the belly button. Breathe. Keep drawing up through the belly. Press the mat away, so create that space and that energy through your arms. As you take the next breath in, you're going to draw your belly down, open out through the chest and the heart space and gaze up. Exhale, round the spine, draw up through the belly button. Inhale, come back to find that heart opener, that gaze up towards the ceiling. And exhale, round. Let's take 2 more of each. Inhale, open through the chest, gaze up. Exhale, round into the spine. Inhale, gaze up. Last time, and exhale, draw the belly up and round. Come back to find that neutral tabletop, drawing up through the belly button, pressing into both hands. We're going to lift the right leg off the floor. You can drop a little bit more into the belly and you're going to bend the right knee. So the foot's now pointing up towards the ceiling. We're then going to draw that knee out to the sides. Try not to lean too much to the left. Keep yourself nice and central. Draw up through the belly button. Draw it back into where it came from. Lift and release. And lift to the side and release. Last time, lift and release. Extend that leg behind you and take 3 lifts. Squeeze the glute muscle as you lift and draw up through the belly button. Hold it here and pulse. Little pulses squeezing into that glute. Draw the belly up. And then release. Bring that knee to the floor. Extend the left leg. Bend the knee. Press that heel up towards the ceiling. And then you're going to open that knee out towards the side of the body. Draw it back to where it came from. And we lift and open. Close. Lifting out through the hip. And close. Last one. Lift and open and close. Extend that left leg behind you and start to lift and lower. Squeezing that glute muscle, drawing up through the belly. Keep pressing into the hands. And then lift that leg and pulse. Little pulses, keep that glute muscle engaged, your hamstrings strong and engaged at the same time. Breathe. And then you're slowly going to release the knee back down. Take the legs wide. Child's pose once more. Take some wrist circles, maybe just mobilising a little bit into the wrists, perhaps extending and flexing the fingers. Just take a moment here. Then extend the arms out in front of you. And then take both arms to your right hand side. Drawing yourself across so you feel that stretch through the left side of your body. Maybe crossing the left arm over the right if that feels comfortable. Just taking a couple of breaths here. Feeling that stretch into the left armpit, the left side body. Releasing the head and neck. Walk the hands back through centre and take everything to the left. Same again, you can take that right arm over the left or hands over the left if you wish. And relax, release, soften. Feeling that stretch down the right side of the body this time. Let's take one more breath here. And we're going to walk the hands back to centre, coming back to find that extended child's pose. Take any more movement into the wrists and the fingers you might want to here. Inhale, start to come back to all fours, spread your fingers. We're going to tuck the toes. You're going to draw up through the belly button, maybe draw the knees in a touch. Take a deep breath in, draw up through the belly button. Exhale, downward facing dog, lift your hips. You're going to press the feet away from your heels towards the floor. Draw your chest towards your thighs. And breathe in and out in your downward facing dog. Nice deep breaths in, deep breaths out. Focus on spreading into the fingers, spreading your weight evenly and drawing the heels down towards the floor. So think about that length into your spine and length down the back of the legs. Going to take a deep breath in. You're going to lift your right leg up towards the ceiling and press it away. Your left leg is going to stay firmly grounded into the floor. You're going to draw up through your belly button and press into your hands. Breathe, keep pressing that heel away. Try and keep the hips square if you can, level. And slowly release. Left leg extends behind you, press it away. Keep pressing into the hands. Press into that standing leg. Draw up through the belly button. Another breath in, another breath out. Release that foot to the floor. Draw the knees down. We're going to come to find a pigeon. So you're going to draw your right leg forwards, right knee behind the right wrist. You're going to scooch that left leg back a little bit and we're going to open out through the chest. You might want to place your block just underneath that right hip just to level things off a little bit. Maybe just take a moment just to work into that right hip. Press into the floor, draw the chest up and breathe. So you're looking for that opening through the right hip, the right glutes. You're going to walk that left leg back. You want to just take a moment to work into that right hip. And breathe. Nice deep breaths in. Deep breaths out, keep the shoulders down. You're welcome to stay here in this upright position, or you can walk the hands forwards, coming to find your pigeon in a forward fold. Draw the forehead down towards the floor and breathe into that space. You can still make some side-to-side movements into that hip if that feels good, but just relax the forehead down onto the floor. And just take a few breaths here.
checking you've got no knee pain. As you take your next breath in, you're going to slowly start to lift, draw the hands back towards you, coming to find that upright pigeon, opening out through the chest and gazing up. We're then really slowly going to come out of this. You're going to remove any props. You're going to lift that back knee and you're going to step back to find a downward facing dog. You're going to come to find that downward dog. You might want to take the feet a bit wider. You might want to just pedal out through the legs. Just bending one knee at a time and then come back to stillness and draw the chest through towards the thighs. Drop your knees to the floor and come to find your pigeon on the other side. So your left leg's going to come forwards, knee behind the wrist. Walk the right leg back a little bit. Perhaps draw your block underneath the left hip this time to level out the hips. Draw yourself forwards, chest forwards, gaze up. Drop the shoulders. Nice deep breaths in, deep breaths out. Notice how it feels on this side of your body. You might find you've got one hip that's a bit more open than the other. So just take note, maybe move left and right here. Just trying to find that point where you feel most sensation and it's the best place for your body in this pose. And then option to stay here, or you might want to come forwards to find that sleeping pigeon or that forward fold pigeon, just drawing the forehead down towards the floor, maybe extending the arms out, maybe keeping the elbows bent and drawing the head down onto the arms. So taking the option that feels right for you, continuing with those deep breaths in, nice deep breaths out. Staying here for another few breaths, breathing in and out through the nose. And really slowly as you inhale, start to walk the hands back towards the body, coming to find that upright position once more. Draw the shoulders down, open out through the chest. Maybe take a little bit of movement here into that left hip. Then you're going to really carefully remove the block, lift that back knee and step back to find your downward facing dog again. Maybe take the feet wide, press into the hands and lift through the hips, bend the knees. Drawing the chest through towards the thighs, feel that length through the spine. And as you draw the heels down, feel a little bit of a stretch into the back of the legs at the same time. From here, we're going to walk our feet to the top of the mat. So you're welcome to take small baby steps or a big jump, however you wish to get there. Come to find a forward fold, draw the head towards the knees. Nice deep bend through the knees. Take a deep breath in and draw yourself all the way up to standing. Sweep the arms up towards the ceiling. And exhale, hands to the heart space. Take a moment and just rock the head from side to side. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Roll the shoulders. Release the hands. And you're going to step back with your right foot. You're going to open out to find a nice wide leg stance. So nice and wide into the feet. Feet can be pointing out towards the corners of your mat. You're going to take a deep breath in, place the hands on the hips. Take a deep breath out and fold forwards from the waist. Now press into the outside edges of both of your feet. Draw up through the belly button so your spine is nice and long here at the moment. Almost as if you're in a half lift. Exhale, bring the hands to the floor and allow the head to hang heavy. Keep pressing into the floor. Keep pressing into the feet. You might want to walk your feet a little bit wider, perhaps. Keep pressing into your feet. Feel that length, that stretch into your inner thighs. You might be able to bring a block underneath your head, depending on where your head comes to, and place the head on a block perhaps, depending on where you come to and whether you're near enough to the floor. But just continue with those breaths. Deep breaths in and out. Slowly start to press into your hands, remove any props. Walk the feet in a touch. And then we're going to slowly start to bend into one knee, straighten the other leg. Hands can remain on the floor, and then swap sides. So really slowly bending one knee at a time. It's coming to find that stretch in the inner thighs. You might want to lift the foot of the straightened leg and just press it away from you to get a bit more into your inner thigh, and then start to come a little bit lower. You can bring the hands to the heart space if that feels okay. Perhaps coming up more to centre and then dropping down. Coming to find your centre and release. So take it slowly, slowly. Just coming down as low as is comfortable for your body. No pressure to be in a particular shape or a particular depth. You can probably hear my ankles clicking as they do. So just try and keep the spine long as you take it side to side. Let's take it one more time each way. Nice and slow. And then slowly come back to centre, bring the hands back down to the floor. And you're going to heel toe the feet in, making a nice squeaky noise with my mat. Finding a forward fold in the centre of your mat, and then we're going to draw the knees to the floor. Just come to sit on your heels. Roll the shoulders. Release the jaw, rock the head from side to side. Nice, well done. Coming to sit, maybe on a block. I'm going to come to butterfly pose. So I'm just going to open out a little bit into our hips. So I prefer to sit on a block because my hips, I tend to dump into my back a little bit. So draw the feet out in front of you, drop the shoulder blades down. Just here for a couple of breaths. You might want to just gently rock into the hips. Just opening out a touch. You might want to bring the feet a little bit closer. Try and keep the spine long if you draw the feet closer, or keeping the feet further away. Just spend a moment here. One more breath in, and a deep breath out. And then extend both legs out, so you're now sitting in a straddle pose. You still may wish to sit on your block. I'm just going to move any props out of the way. Take a deep breath in, your spine is long. Exhale, walk the hands forwards. You can always use a block for the hands here or for the head. Flex into your feet as you come forwards. Feel that stretch through the inner thighs. Working also into the outer hips. You can play around a bit with the direction of your feet here. Drawing the big toes down or drawing the little toes down. Might just change what you feel into those inner thighs. Relaxing the forehead, trying to take another few deep breaths in and deep breaths out. Keep the feet flexed. Maybe see if you can walk the hands a little bit further forwards here. And relax and soften. Inhale, start to walk the hands back towards you. You're going to take your feet out in front of you. I'm going to come to a side-on view so you can see a bit more easily. So come to an upright position.
If you've got tight hamstrings, you might want to just roll up a blanket, pop it underneath the knees. I have got quite tight hamstrings, but you'll find that it just gives you a bit more space and supports the knees. Sit up nice and tall. Take a deep breath in. We're going to lift up with the arms. Exhale, you're going to come forwards, reach towards your feet. Inhale, sweep the arms back up towards the ceiling. Exhale, reach forwards. Inhale, come back, reach up. This time we're going to stay down, reach forwards. Allow the hands to come to the floor, maybe to your ankles or your feet. Nice forward fold. And breathe. Now you can either allow the spine to round, draw the head down towards the knees, or you might find you prefer to keep the spine long, draw the chest forwards. So maybe just have a play with both those options and see which you prefer. Wherever you are, just draw in a little bit through the belly button, in and up. Draw the chest forwards, feel that stretch into the back of the legs. If you can reach your feet easily, you might want to pop a block behind your feet and draw it in, giving yourself something else to hold on to perhaps. Don't worry about reaching the feet, that's not our goal particularly. Just bring the hands to wherever they come to. Feel that stretch down the back of the legs. And then slowly walk the hands back towards you. Gently remove the blanket if you were using one. And slowly start to come over to find all fours once more. But from all fours, we're going to walk the right foot, or step, should I say, the right foot to the top of the mat. You might want your block here again, potentially. So coming to find a low lunge. We're going to start with our weight forwards, front knee over front ankle, drop the shoulders down and gaze forwards. So you've got quite a good stretch into this right hip if your right leg's forwards, and also into the back thigh. You can always walk this back leg back a bit to create a bit more into that back thigh if it feels okay. We're going to take a nice deep breath in and a nice deep breath out. Then as you inhale, you're going to bring your weight back. Maybe draw the block back with you and press that heel into the floor. You can have a little bend through this extended leg. Try not to lock out through the knee. Draw your chest forwards and breathe. As you exhale, come forwards, find that low lunge. Inhale, come back to find that hamstring stretch. Exhale, find your low lunge and breathe. Last time, inhale, extend that leg. Really press the heel into the floor. See if you can draw yourself forwards a little bit more, and then drop the weight slightly. It's quite a juicy stretch down the back of the leg here. And then exhale, come forwards to your low lunge. You might want to walk that right foot to the outside of your mat. Draw your hands on the inside and just take a couple of side-to-side movements here into that right hip. Draw the shoulder blades together, shoulders down. You can use a block for the hands. And then from here, we're going to walk that right leg back. You're going to take it all the way back from where it came from and take some side-to-side movement into your hips. And we go on the other side. So start to walk that left leg forwards, come to find that low lunge. Block maybe for your right hand. You might want to walk this right leg back a bit to get a bit more into that right thigh. Hands to the left thigh. Gaze up, drop your weight through the center. Breathe. Maybe just notice how this side feels. And next time you breathe in, you're going to take your weight back, extend that front leg, come to find that hamstring stretch, press the heel into the floor, drop the shoulders down. Exhale, come forwards, find that lunge. Draw up through the belly button. Inhale, take the leg back, press the heel away from you. Really feel that length into the back of the leg.
Exhale, bend the knee, come back to find that low lunge. Inhale, extend, press the heel into the floor, feel that length, maybe draw the chest a bit further forwards and draw yourself down. Slowly come back. Maybe walk that foot to the outside of your mat, bring your hands on the inside and just take those side to side movements here. Just taking it side to side, finding a bit more space into that left hip. And come back to centre, slowly draw that left leg back, take the knees wide, press the hips back towards the heels, make a little pillow for the head and just come down into child's pose. Take a little bit of movement into your hips. You might like to come and find cat and cow again, just to take a bit more movement into the spine. But just settle the breath. Nice and gently. And we're slowly going to draw ourselves up. We're going to take hold of our strap or our dressing gown tie, whatever we might have for the next part of our practice. And you're going to place your strap around the sole of your right foot. So place it around the foot. Left leg can be bent, or you might want to extend it along the mat. Press your right heel away from you. Hold the strap nice and long, and then draw your shoulders down towards the floor. Keep pressing that heel away from you. Draw the toes down. Tuck your chin in towards your chest, just so you're not crunching the back of the neck. Breathe into that space through the back of the leg. Nice deep breaths in. Draw down through the belly button. Engage your core. Option to extend this left leg, maybe hover it off the mat, or maybe just gently place it on the mat and press the heel away from you. So take either of those options, or just keep the foot on the floor. So whichever you prefer here, keep the shoulders soft. Press that heel away. You're going to take that strap in your right hand. You're going to bring your left hand to the floor beside you. Take a deep breath in, press the heel away. Exhale, start to draw that right leg down towards the floor, about 45 degrees. Left hand can come to the left hip if you need a bit of stability. You don't want that left hip to lift, so keep pressing that right heel away. Draw the shoulders down. Feeling that in the inner thigh, outer hip, perhaps in the calf muscle and the hamstring. Keep the chin tucked in. And then slowly bring it back to centre. You're going to then release the strap slightly, draw the left leg up, swap sides, right foot comes to the floor. Press the left heel away, draw the left toes towards you, tuck your chin and breathe into that space. Nice deep breaths in and deep breaths out. You might want to extend that right leg, pressing the heel away, hovering it off the floor or gently placing it on the mat or keeping it bent and on the floor. Keep pressing the heel away from you and just breathe. Maybe close the eyes, drop the shoulders. Still want to be holding that strap nice and long so your arms are extended and there's not too much tension going through the shoulders and the arms and the elbows. Start to take your strap in the left hand, hold it nice and long. Right hand perhaps to the right hip or maybe to the floor beside you. Take a breath in, press that heel away from you. Exhale, take your leg to the left. And just allow it to be supported by the strap, by your hands, but just keep pressing that heel away, feeling that stretch into the inner thigh. Breathe. Keep the right hip firmly grounded, don't allow it to lift or twist. Draw the belly button down towards the floor. slowly come back to centre. And then we're going to take the right leg up. So both legs are now in the sky towards the ceiling. Press the heels away. Drop the shoulders. Breathe. Draw the belly button down towards your spine and squeeze the belly. And slowly release. Draw the feet down. Place your strap gently to one side. Hug the knees in towards the chest and take a gentle rock. Just rocking from side to side. And then slowly take both feet back up. This time we're going to open out into the hips to come to find a happy baby. So draw your knees out towards your armpits and press your heels away. Really important that your knees aren't directly over your chest because that's not opening out through your hips. So we want to take them out to the side, press the heels up. Keep drawing the knees down towards the armpits as you press the heels up towards the ceiling. Then maybe take hold of your ankles or your shins, the back of the thighs, or you might be able to reach your feet, pressing the heels up, drawing the knees down, and really focus on drawing your tailbone down towards the floor as well. So you're not lifting your bottom up. So if you feel like your bottom's lifting, draw it down towards the floor. Your spine, the whole length of your spine should be on the floor. Draw the shoulders away from the ears, press the feet up, draw the knees down, and then you might want to take some gentle rocks from side to side. Keep drawing the belly button in and drawing your tailbone down towards the floor, keeping the spine long. And come back to centre. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Slowly draw the knees in towards your chest. Give them a bit of a squeeze. Draw the arms out at shoulder height and let's drop both knees to one side. Come in to find a twist, drawing your head in the opposite direction. Drawing the knees up a little bit if you want a bit more from that twist. Relax the shoulders. Inhale, come back to centre. And exhale, drop the knees the other way. Dropping the shoulders down. Releasing the jaw and the face. And as you inhale, draw the knees back up to centre. Hug them in towards the chest. You might like to take a short Shavasana here, maybe drawing the soles of the feet together and coming to find a reclined butterfly. You might just want to work into the ankles by taking some circles into your feet and your ankles. So if you want to take a Shavasana here, please do. Bring your attention back to your breath and just take a moment or two to relax the body. Maybe just point and flex into the feet. And we're slowly going to roll ourselves up to come to a comfortable seated position just to finish our practice. So bring the hips back towards the heels. Just take a moment, roll into your shoulders. Draw the hands through to the heart space. Take a deep breath in and a soft breath out. And just lower the forehead down towards your fingertips. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed that practice. Thank you for joining.